Main goal, okay. My main goal is that every child, if we talk of education, every child, whether a child of a rich or a poor, every child must go to school, regular school, and must get a quality education. Every child, without exception. This is my goal. Again, some disturbance is there. Yeah, Dr. Rosie, can you repeat what she's asking? What some disturbance is there? Yes, now it's silent. What is? It is an interesting and a very long issue. Challenging every day challenge is there. Whenever you come across a situation where a child is not getting education for one reason or another, it is a challenge in itself. So, the interesting thing I will share with you is about this EWS admission in private schools under RTE Act, but it all started from Delhi from 2004 onwards, in terms of the land allotment to the private schools. What has happened in 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, government land was allotted to private schools with a condition that they will provide free education to a certain percentage of economically weaker students and grant them freeship. But it was not happening. Around 2002, I was able to obtain a list of 265 societies who were given land on concessional rates with a condition that certain percentage of students will be given admission. I filed a public interest litigation because I got a proper detail, and then on 10th of January 2004, Delhi High Court passed an order that the private schools are under obligation to provide free education to the children belonging to economically weaker section in terms of the conditions of public land allotment to them. And it all started with that, and there was lot of opposition from the private schools. Initially, they started discriminating students by providing education after school hours. Many times such students were not allowed to sit in the front side, and they were asked to go to back benches, and they were humiliated in different types of ways, and we all struggled against that. We agitated, we held demonstrations, and we filed complaints in the High Court. Contempt notices were issued, and then things start going better. And the interesting part is that after this 2004 to 2009 experience of Delhi, the central government, while legislating Right to Education Act, introduced a section for all private schools in the country to provide education to children belonging to economically weaker section. Similar things have happened in case of private hospitals who were allotted lands but were not providing, public lands were allotted to them on a very concessional rates with the condition that they will provide certain percentage of free treatment, IPD and OPD to the economically weaker section patients. But it was not happening. I filed a petition, public interest litigation with certain details in 2002, and in 2002 itself, 15 November 2002 was the first order of the High Court saying that such hospitals are under legal obligation to provide free treatment to the patients. Now, you see, from 2002 to today, 21, we have been able to identify as many as 61 private hospitals. They are all very big hospitals. They are all big hospitals. And we have more than 950 free beds for the poor patients. Apart from 25% free OPD, they will get medicines also. And this benefit is just patient has to walk in and walk out all free of cost and with quality health services. So these are very big challenges, and I think generally people were telling me that, Ashok, it is impossible to fight against these private schools and private hospitals. But now I think it is a great achievement. You have to fight. Nothing comes without fight. And you should be very clear. You must have patience. It may take 2 years, 20 years or 200 years. You have to be prepared for that. Only then we will get. But when you have a just cause, I think